My sister was the maid of honor, and during her PowerPoint presentation, she included inappropriate photos and videos of me and my husband from our Vegas trip, resulting in us not speaking anymore. This past weekend was my wedding, and it was technically our second real wedding because my husband and I had already eloped in Vegas. This event was more for our family than for us. My sister was my maid of honor, and during the reception, she showed a PowerPoint presentation. I thought it would just be cute pictures and videos of me and my husband since we've known each other since first grade and have plenty of memories together. However, my sister said, "For those who don't know, this is my sister and my husband's Namie's second wedding." Let's take a look at how the first one went. Here's the thing. Our Vegas wedding got a little wild. We took a ton of pictures and videos, many of which looked inappropriate, both in and out of context. Since we didn't have bachelor or bachelorette parties, the night before the wedding, we went to strip clubs as a joke. There were pictures of me pretending to be mad at my husband for looking at a stripper, and one of him doing the same when I watched a male stripper. There was also a picture of us eating Domino's in a hotel room, both in our underwear, and another of us doing a sexy cowboy or cowgirl photo shoot near the Grand Canyon. Inside joke. Long story. One picture showed me at the hotel pool wearing a barely there bikini with my husband doing the Will Smith meme pose. There was even a shot of him playing guitar naked with only the guitar covering him, while I fake sang next to him in just a long t-shirt. We also had a picture from a Halloween party where we dressed as Cyclops and Emma Frost, which made me look like I was in lingerie, and my husband's tight suit made certain things noticeable. The presentation ended with a touching montage of pictures and videos of us from childhood through high school and up to more recent, appropriate moments. Everyone loved that part, but I was dying of embarrassment over the earlier photos. My grandma was there, as well as both of my husband's grandparents, and other people we aren't that close to. Our friends found it hilarious though. Am I wrong for thinking my sister crossed a line by sharing those pictures, which I had only shared with her in confidence? Lucky Effective 1564. Thank you for all your hard work on the presentation, sis. It just shows how utterly thoughtless and inconsiderate you are. That's pretty much what I said to my sister, and she started crying, calling me ungrateful. What really gets me is that the second part of the presentation, the part without the Vegas photos, was incredible. She found this old home video of my husband and me when we were about 8, saying we were going to marry each other when we grew up. It made me so emotional I almost fainted. If she had just stuck with that, the presentation would have been absolutely perfect. Was called a prude by a commenter, and they got downvoted. I don't think I'm a prude just because I didn't want my grandma and random family members to see pictures of me looking at male strippers or me and my husband in our underwear, half naked, or with my butt hanging out. I'm sure some people in the audience thought it was funny, but others probably found it scandalous. I don't think my sister did it to embarrass me on purpose. She just didn't think it through. Update. The next day. Here's a quick update for closure, and then I'm putting this whole situation behind me. First of all, I was surprised by how many people suggested that my sister did this out of jealousy, intentionally trying to humiliate me. But what would she be jealous of? My husband? She's gay and has been in a loving relationship for years. My wedding? My mom has offered to pay for her wedding many times, and she's always turned it down because she doesn't want one. My trip to Vegas? She used to have wild nights out all the time. So no, I don't believe this was malicious. She was just being a bit thoughtless. As for the aftermath, my mom and aunt were furious with my sister, telling her some family members commented that the pictures were pretty trashy. My husband says that his side of the family found it hilarious and weren't bothered by it at all. The only surprising comment came from one of my elderly aunts, who whispered congratulations after seeing the Cyclops costume pic where my husband's package was noticeable and winked at me. That was unexpected but kind of funny, honestly. Now, my sister is mad at me and my mom, calling us unbelievably ungrateful, and saying this is the last time she'll do anything for either of us. We're not talking right now, and honestly, I'm not really interested in reaching out to her either. Things are tense with my mom too, because she's blaming me, saying things like, "Why would you even take those kinds of pictures?" I'm not dealing with that right now, so I'm keeping some distance from her as well. Out of curiosity, I called my sister's partner, Rose, who helped her with the presentation, and asked why they included those pictures. Rose said they cleared it with my husband beforehand. When I told him, he was shocked and said, "What, no?" He thought they were talking about the normal Vegas pics like the ones of us at the strip or on the gondolas, not the inappropriate ones. My sister will probably try to spin this as a misunderstanding, but I'm not buying it. At the end of the day, I know I'll forgive my sister eventually, and I'm sure my mom will too. The non-Vegas part of the presentation, especially that video of us as kids, moved me so deeply that it's helping me cope with the embarrassment I'm still feeling. We're heading on our honeymoon this weekend, and I hope everything will be back to normal by the time we get back. Op added this in the comments. Honestly, the most mortifying part for me was worrying about how my husband's family, especially his parents, would react. But it turns out even his grandparents thought it was hilarious, which gives me some peace of mind. As for my own family, well, they can think I'm low class and trashy if they want. I couldn't care less.